Hey, what's up? This is Todd Smith. I'm back with another video. In this video, I want to go over creating variation and keeping people interested in loop-based music. Working with loops and sequencing, it's easy for things to get boring for the listener. And everything you can learn to keep the user engaged and interested in what you're doing is an important tip and important evolution in your sound. Once you start using loops, you start using repetitiveness, and you need to constantly think about what you're bringing in, what you're changing, what's going on to keep the person interested so it doesn't just stay too repetitive. So in this example, I'm going to show you what I can do with 6 sequences and 3 drum sequences. That's it. Variations of just there's 6 tracks of sequencing and 3 tracks of drum. Okay, I'm over my setup right now, and as you see, I've got everything laid out with the hardware and my iPad. If I hit play, this is the core sequence, the first main sequence in the track. That's all core gadget as of right now. So that's the second sequence. We have 2 sequences going on here. I'm stacking in the Model D, and let's see where this goes. So my second sequence came in, which was the Model D. Then I stacked another version of that same sequence from Core Gadget on top of it to build up. And then I dropped into a completely new segment. That's the main change that brings in the next variants of my sequencing within the track. That brings in 2 kind of lower end bass lines from the Core Gadget realm. Then it brings in the first poly sequence, which is from Core Gadget. So I drop into a little breakdown, which kind of slows down, gets a little bit more bass heavy. I do that for a few loops, and I drop right back into its sequence that carries that initial, core sound that I brought into the beginning of the song. And at that point, I copied the drum sound that was in the acoustics over to a more trap hip hop kind of drum machine, added some hi hats, and that's how I got the drums going. then, as you heard there, I actually layered the acoustic drums with the more hip hopish style drums and the hi hats going to create that layered style effect. And at this point is when I bring in the final sequence of the track, which is sent to the microKORG. And then the first core initial sequence that was sent to the track is copied again to the TD3 with an ARP added in. I hope that helps you see how you can create variation and change interest in your patterns. If you find sounds that fit and sound and things that work, you can turn a limited amount of patterns into something that sounds highly variant.